Hello, welcome back to Eco, and as you can see, we're 4 minutes away from having done an entire day in this world. And what do we have to show for it? Well, I got a couple of things going. I did build up the road here, all the way up, so I can bring my carts from the workshop and all the way down to the mine. And I have done a lot of mining, not just iron ore, but including iron ore. Let me show you. So I have only made a small dent in this vein of iron. It continues under the path here, but it seems like maybe on the map we're still pretty much in the middle of the desert. This iron vein can be enough to last me the entire game. Now I stupidly didn't bring my cart with me, so I can only bring one stack. I am still 2 hours and 46 minutes away from next skill point, and I'm going, as I mentioned last episode, I'm going to put that into basic enignering. I have done a few bits and bobs. Now, a few things I have done. I made this a Wainwright table, which is basic enignering stuff, which include wheels and carts and roads. I think wooden carts is the first thing I can do here. I need iron for the signs, which are mostly decorative but needed. Road tool, I'm showing later in the episode when I got that. The powered cart, I need other things. I need tailoring for cloth. I need smelting to smelt iron and make an anvil and make the cast iron stove. Iron wheel, which I can make here, but again I need iron bars and I don't got smelting yet, so it seems like smelting might be next I'm going for. Asphalt concrete I can make as soon as I get basic engineering. However, I need cement, which I make at the kiln. Cement kiln, which is made at the assembly line. It's all interconnected. It gets confusing fast. Now, since the last episode, I have done a few things. Now, let me head over here and show you. So, I made this ramp down here for a future road over to that area. And I'm going to build a bridge over here. I just want road tiles that I get with basic engineering. And here is where my cart is. Yeah. Leave it there for now. There was a lot of crushed sandstone here, like you can see here, that I have brought over. And the reason I'm building a bridge over, I'm going to expand into that area later. Now, I did chop down the trees in this area, most of them, not the big ones there, and already you can see that there is a bunch of small trees growing up, and the ground here is getting really. This is the most recent one, and it's already green. Plants are growing in fast. The nature fights back, basically. As long as you don't hit too hard, it it is going to grow back even stronger. I filled up this with crushed sandstone because I need that for the roads. I'm pretty sure. Now, let us see here. Basic stone road. Yeah, you need any crushed rock. So basalt, gneiss, granite, limestone, and sandstone, and two more. Now, some of them can be used for other things, like crushed sandstone can be. You can get sand from it, and sand can be used to make glass. Or at masonry, you can use it to make mortar, which is used to make mortar stone. Other bits. And limestone, crushed limestone, you need later on to make stuff. I'm not sure about the other bits, but especially those two. Now, this is something else I've done. I made this bridge just one by one over to that island for future expansion into there. This is where I can get coal in this area. So, yeah. I just love how it curves with the world. That is a great effect. This game isn't for flat earthers. Now, I have done more. I made a chair, a mortar stone chair, and if we head up here, I made this statue of a wolf, and this mortar stone fireplace, which have to be lit for it to give a bonus. So I'm up to 66.3 bonus. Oh, it's yeah, because of I've used different types of materials. There's hewn logs and mortar stone used, so it could have been more, but yeah, it is what it is. It's more than if I take it away, but yeah, that fireplace have to be lit for me to get a bonus. A last thing I have made. Ooh, this tiny bridge, just over, because I'm going to get some mechanical power now with basic engineering, and that means two different sources of power. Let me show you. I think it's in this carpentry bench. Water wheel and windmill. Now, windmill I would like, but I need gloves, so tailoring again. Water wheel, however, I got all I need. I just need basic engineering. Now, they are a bit wonky, and I'm going to show you that later when I get it, but I'm going to cut here and bring you back in 2.5 hours when I got another star and can learn basic engineering. Okay, so we are just a couple of minutes away. I would like to take just a moment out, and I've been doing a few things during these hours. Is the meteor? Doesn't matter. It's been a few hours. I made this little place just for future. Going to have a little workshop there. I think this is going to be industrial area bit place thingy, just to push all the words into there. I was trying to explain this rocker box thingy, and I was kind of messing it up earlier. You need the Arastra first, which also is basic engineering. In this one, you crush the copper or gold or granite or iron or the different other bits of stone, but mainly it's the For me now, it's iron ore to get crushed iron, and you get some of the stone crushed variant. For iron, that is sandstone. For gold, that is granite, and I think for copper, it's also granite. Yeah, and if you noticed here, the default recipe is 12 iron, which is the same as takes up the same space as three of these, and it's two crushed iron ore and one crushed sandstone. So four of those take up same amount as one of these, or one dirt. It's a one by one block, basically, like these. Now, first you have to crush it in this, and then you have to rock. In the rocker box, you get the concentrate, which you can melt down. And you also get the tailings that I talked about. You have to melt down in. Let me head over. I made some other thing here. I made this, a kiln. And I need fuel. It's just this regular. Also, this is where you get advanced upgrade. You can't use the basic anymore. Well, you can still on the other ones, but on this you need advanced, and for that you need pottery. So another reason to get pottery, and also charcoal, which I can get now. It gives 20,000 joules of fuel compared to logs, which I've used to now 4,000 joules. So 5 of these equals 1 charcoal, and the recipe is 3.5. So it's worth it making charcoal. However, you can get burn fuel includes coal. I'm thinking about making a coal mine now that we go into this. And coal is, yeah, it's the same as charcoal. Anyway, here we can make the bloomery, which is where you can smelt iron. But to do that, you need. Oh, I got the point. To do that, you need smelting, which is its own thing, and you need that to get the ingots. First iron, later copper and gold, but iron is the first one. As we advance, kiln it requires 0.8, but we are soon going to get into crafting tables of or machines that need higher value than 1, which is the max we can get with our materials. Now, brick is a tier 2 material, and the same is glass. And there is another one which we can't get here, but I have to worry about that later. Is it advanced carpentry table, perhaps? I'm all over the place. We can get, with smelting, you can make an anvil, and that's where you get make the better tools, metal tools. But I want to get the stone road tool. Later on we want the soil sampler, but that is fertilizer again. At the moment we are kind of on a path where the next skill point is more or less set. I got a few to choose between, but at the moment this point should go in basic engineering. And now we can make the we can make a lot of things. Steel road tool. I'm going to show you how the road tool works. Let me just make one. There we have it. Isn't it nice? Now, when I go here, I've been having a problem with my thingy there, cart, getting stuck. at this. With this road tool I can smooth out, and this makes it so vegetation and grass doesn't grow over this area. This is the most basic form of roads in the game, and it is worth getting just to make a road where you travel. As you can see, when I walk out, it's one speed. It doesn't tell you, but you are walking at one speed. There isn't any benefits, but there isn't any slowdowns. As soon as I get into the shrubbery here, you can notice that I'm slowing down at each bit. Between episodes, I'm going to make this road going that direction. My path takes me to Smelting next, and that is because I kind of need the metal. However, I have to unlock Smelting, and I have prepared this, surprisingly. You need meteorite, and well, it's basic. You get dendrology advanced. This is just ores. So iron ore, got loads of it. This is hewn log. The basic one is just logs. And this geology, that's rock, I think. Let me check that just to... the basic one is rock. The advanced one is mortar rock. And then for the last one, it's just any of the basics. So I made just some extra metallurgy. Let's order up this one. Then we can have it ready for the next episode. And then I can show you some of that. Now there is more in basic engineering I want to show you. And now we can make the Arrestra, which use mechanical power. I'm going to make the rocker box. Was there any more things? We can now make a wheelbarrow. I'm going, which it can't carry too much, but it can get into narrow spaces. And later on, I want powered cart. It's produced a tiny amount of air pollution, but as long as we haven't cut down all the trees on the planet, well, not all of them, but major of them, as soon as the air pollution machine stops, air pollution immediately vanishes, almost. Especially these, that it's tiny amount of air pollution. We are going to make a lot of air pollution later on, and that's... well, we'll cross that path at that time, but I'm just one person on this world, and it takes a lot of work for one person to pollute and destroy a world. I can't put my mark on it, but it's more like building these buildings and everything grows up around it, basically. Now, we can make the first road now. I need crushed stone of any kind. Now, we should have some crushed stone to work with here. Can make ramp. It's the same size as the dirt ramp. And I can also... now 0.9, and for these is 0.6. I'm going to make up some roads and show you just what type of effect it gives. Here you have some ramps I just made. Look kind of like the mortar stone, but it's more like cobblestone, and you get a nice trim to it edge. I'm going to show you with a wooden cart. Now, if you pay attention here, the speed is 1. That's on roads and on mortared stone and stuff like that. When I go up here, 1.2. So as soon as you get stone roads going, it's not much of a change, but it's enough. If I go down here, it worked. Now you can see it's 0.9 on desert sand. And when I get into shrubbery, it's 0.6. And you notice that it's much slower. So getting roads up and running, it's a good idea. Now we made, I think, we did make a proper cart. Well, of the pushing kind that doesn't have an engine. Ooh, and we made a rocker box. Let me bring that as well. See, and there that is. All the stuff. Now the rocker box is what I'm going to put down in this house here. Not going to do anything about it now, but you can get sand concentrate from silica tag, which is crushed granite or crushed sandstone. So basically you can get sand from sandstone and makes that into mortar, or you can make it into glass and quicklime. There is a lot of things you can do. This is what reason I put it down here. Wet tailings, waste product from concentrated ore. The runoff creates ground pollution. Yeah, I need to put that underground, so put it close to the mine entrance. But we'll get into that later sometime. Now let's see this cart. Doesn't look too impressive, but put it next to this cart. Got some stuff in it already. This can take up to 1400 kilograms. This can take up to 2100 kilograms. Also, it's much bigger, and the last bit, if I put it over here, you can see what's in it, which you never can with this. There is 4 different spots there, so if you've got many different things in there, you can see the different things, but it's what it majorly is in there that's visible. This is a good upgrade. Now I can bring way more stuff with me on every trip to the mine, for example, on my trips over to the other places. We are going to branch out. At the moment, now I got basic engineering. I got a lot of roads and stuff to make. Let me see about the roads. Yeah, these takes up spots in the stockpile, and they can stack up to 10 when you carry them. Looks like stone, but can we? No, we can't change the shape of it. Later on, when we make asphalt roads, we can add in lines in the middle, but we'll get to that way later. Now, so far I have been building up. Put them in there. Lovely. So far I have been building up this world slowly, and it's going to continue to be slowly. I got this little area going here. I got bridge, and I started a stockpile here. This is where I'm going to put my farm eventually, because if you have a look here at plants, you got corn yield potential is right there. It's much better over here, but it's right there. Another one, and that's the real reason, if I can find it. Wheat. It's really good here. And also tomatoes. that's more over here. And if you have a look at, I don't think rice is now. I got some there actually. And it started to grow up here, I think. That might be from my activity. Because my activity will affect it. Pumpkins, tiny amount there and there. Population is none around here. I think there was a lot. Yeah, there is a lot of over on this island. So I might have a pumpkin farm over there. Farms you might have to make several of them around the world, depending on what you want. Was looking for a few other huckleberry. It's in the forest there, and the beets and beans. So you see, I can have huckleberry and beans in here, and oh, actually out there. Now I can grow them where there is no yield potential. However, it takes long time to grow, and it's not really worth it. Now, nutrient is pretty much, it varies a little bit, but there is something all over. You will see if you farm a lot in one area, these are going to lower in that area because you use up, the soil is getting spent. You are dragging out the nutrients. Now that is where another skill comes in. You jump back up to here it is, fertilizers, adding additional nutrient to the soil. Yeah, that is a thing in this game, and that takes a skill point. But fertilizers late on in the game, farming not now, later on. Gathering, that might be a good skill to start out with on a server to get more stuff when you gather. Same goes with if you got a farm, you get more yield. But I haven't had any problems getting stuff in this world since I'm alone, so I'm going to wait using this, and also farming is probably going to be a bit down the line because all of the stuff I can farm I can also find in the wild, and I'm not low on any of them, so I'm rather going to go for cooking before that, and that might be one of the next bit I'm going for. However, it's smelting first. Now let me put yeah, go for this. Eventually I'm going to go for the other one. But that might be later on when there is materials that you need several of the same table. Sorry, this video has gone on for a little bit while, but I got a last thing to show you, and that is the water wheel and its wonkiness. Now, you would think I would have to put this into the river to make it work. Actually, I can just place it there, and it works. Supplying mechanical power. So yeah, if you are joining a server, you will see the water wheels nowhere near water, just on the side of a wall. But yeah, I'm going to try to put them into water so it kind of makes sense, but it isn't really necessary. And same with not exactly the same, but with the windmill, it makes sense that you can just put it on the side of the wall, but the output of power is exactly the same no matter the wind, no matter what side you are putting it in. You can put it indoors. It doesn't need wind, basically. It just needs to be placed. So that is one of the things that they might fix. Also, we don't have a shadow. See that? It's just a hammer. Everything got a shadow in this game, except you and me. For now, bye.